Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Astral Tourist. So it's Wednesday yet again, hump day, or whatever you would like to call it. I hope everybody had a happy St. Patrick's Day if you celebrate that one. So I wanted to do something more uplifting and a bit light this time. So this is a Starseed's quick guide to Earth, aka also known as how to avoid the existential blahs while temporarily incarnated. Okay, so let's get going with this one because, we all have those little moments where we're just not into stuff, right? Our minds are elsewhere and, Earth is just, one pattern after another. And sometimes you gotta mix it up to get more interested and get grounded here where our physical bodies are existing. And this is, a few ways to do that. And I hope it helps some folks out there. So number 1, accept the assignment. You are already here. So the assignment, of course, is planet Earth. You may or may not remember signing up for this. I sure don't. If you go back to my previous videos, you'll see I really don't. I don't know how I got here. I think it was a mistake. And I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, I have this big mission and I remember it and all that. Nope. I think I'm here by mistake. And, maybe not, but that's what I remember, from when I was a child, when I began astral projecting. And so, you may or may not remember signing up for this. And in my case, I don't. The paperwork is missing. So there are always these missing things, whether you remember or you don't remember. So, there are these gaps to fill in. And so, but what we do know is we have a body, a physical body that can taste. It can do all this, weird stuff, salivate, taste food and stuff. Gravity is active, so we're kind of like stuck on the ground unless you go on a plane and like take massive action to get off the ground. We've got gravity here. Snacks exists. I don't know if you have any good ones where you are or not, but, hopefully you can access some better ones. Or maybe you have some really good ones like ice cream or gelato or, stuff. What we do know is for now, we are on planet Earth. And since we're here, might as well poke around and see what's interesting. And I have been observing what could possibly be interesting for many years. So, yeah, this is a little bit slapstick and I'm not good at it, but it's also truthful. I'm conveying my experiences. So, I hope you get a laugh out of it or at least some wisdom about taking things kind of lightly here on planet Earth because, let's face it, it's weird. So, okay, number 2, lower expectations, at least slightly. It helps a lot. I know when I was younger, I expected everybody to read my mind. I really did. And they couldn't. And that's, I think, the beginning of where I began to realize things were not going to go like I maybe thought. So Earth is not perfect. Earth is not fully conscious. Well, I'm not sure about the planet itself, the planetary consciousness. But, the folks around you are not fully conscious most of the time. Maybe if you are here and there and, y'all connect online and that's great. And we all have moments of heightened awareness and times when we're kind of sleepy and dull. So, that's just normal here on Earth. Earth is not running on pure harmony. We are not in like one of these paradisical worlds where everything is just flowing smoothly even when things go wrong. Sometimes it's like a wrong and a wrong and a wrong, like one of those super bad days. I had one of those yesterday. I fell on invisible ice on stairs while I was holding on to railings. I couldn't make it up if I tried. And I did injure my foot, but my foot seems to be healing, so yay for that. But there's always something that's going to not be in harmony. There's always some kind of discordance, it seems. And we can do things to help with that and alleviate with that within ourselves. But just, for this context, just know Earth isn't perfect. It's not pure harmony. People are not always going to react like you think. And now here are some positives. It is weirdly beautiful. Like if you look up beautiful scenes and things, there are some highly beautiful areas on this planet that I think even aliens would totally appreciate. Actually, some have told me that they do. So, and it's occasionally absurd, which is kind of a point in the Matrix direction, right? Like maybe we are in a Matrix. And I was just listening to this thing the other day that was saying maybe we're in a black hole. And I'm like, that would actually make some sense the way he was talking about it. So I don't know. I'm not saying we are or aren't. I'm just saying that would be absurdly beautiful, right? Here we are in a black hole and we don't even know it. And all this weird stuff is going on. And we have this weird gravity and these weirdly beautiful places that look twisted and out of sorts. And, there's stuff going on here that maybe can only be seen here. So Earth is also full of tiny, surprising moments. Think less utopia and more chaotic art project with good lighting. I mean, we do have amazing lighting. From what I've seen in my astral travels, I've been to other planets, not all the time anymore, but especially in my 20s and 30s and early 40s, and sometimes now even still. But anyway, I'll be in these planets, and their lighting is dim, and it's not my lack of clarity. I'll be doing clarity now, and the lighting will be like ivory or light pink skies and stuff like that. And I'll be told it's because it's a different kind of galaxy, not a spiral galaxy when I ask about these things. I ask questions all the time. And I'll be told it's like an oblong galaxy or an elliptical galaxy or the one where there's loads of stars I can't remember the name of right now. I've talked about that one before. And those often have many inhabited planets. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we are definitely not the only ones out here. But a lot of these planets have, I wouldn't say dark lighting, but it's not like the brightness that we get here on Earth. And I have been to some planets where it was brighter, but they seem to have heavy gravity, and they seem to be like gem worlds where there were loads of crystals and stuff. So take of that what you will. I'm just sharing my experiences and not saying anything as facts. I just know what I've experienced, and I'm sharing it here with you all. So, yeah. So, also 3 in the guide, use micro adventures. No spaceship required. So you can't travel the world, even here on Earth, stuck somewhere for some reason. Can't astral project just yet. Well, here's some things you can do. You can try going somewhere new and pretending like you're an alien or an alien anthropologist or an alien whatever, like Spock. Be like Spock or something. And, you just discover ordinary things and look at them from different perspectives. Also try new foods. Like it's a first contact experience. And actually I have an experience like this. I was at a Tibetan Buddhist retreat practice. I don't remember which one anymore. Oh my gosh. It was so long ago. It was for one of the practices, probably green Tara or red Tara or something. And one of the experiences was to have an olive sit in our mouths and really experience the essence of the olive. And before that, I never liked olives, never, because the salt would hit my tongue and I'd be like, oh, and it would be out, But because I was like relaxed, I was wanting to learn, I let the olive sit there. And after that salt phase passed, I could I don't know if I tasted the essence of the olive or not, but something about it was different. And I think I did taste something different about it. And probably the essence, but, I'll never really know what. And since then, I have liked olives that are not salted. Like I learned after that day, I actually like olives. I just don't like all the salt. So sometimes it just takes sitting with something for a while and letting the initial feelings pass to kind of, let the essence of the experience or the flavor or whatever, or the beauty, anything really, just sometimes it just takes a while. You just got to sit with it and then it starts to make sense. So at that point, you're not stuck like on a prison planet. You're zoomed in. You're understanding different things about the locale. Okay, so number 4, remember you are allowed to enjoy it. Enjoy being here. And I know this one trips a lot of people up, especially with the whole prison planet thing. But there's a lot of bad stuff going on here. No doubt about it. I'm not dismissing it. But I am saying you can choose what to focus on. You can choose things to laugh at. You can choose to be social. You can choose to have fun. You can choose to enjoy music, food, conversations. Even if Earth is temporary and not your true home, you're not required to be miserable all the time to prove it. You can be happy here if you so choose. A lot of people can. I know there are many people in pain, and I'm so sorry for them, and I send positive energy out. I'm just saying there are things that you can choose, and those things that you can choose the positive parts. Do what you can to uplift. It's okay to enjoy it, even in small ways. So 5, don't accidentally become the emotional support galaxy for a group or someone else. Okay, so some people will feel things very deeply around you. And I know a lot of starseeds are deeply emotional and empathic, and you're going to want to help, right? And you're the like hero sometimes, heroine. So like you're the dream guy or goddess at the, diner or dinner, and that happens. Somebody's having a little bit of a problem. You just kind of, you're the emotional glue. It's natural for you, right? But also remember that's a choice. Your job is not fixing everyone, absorbing all emotions, running a 24/7 healing service. Your job is more like bring a good vibe, a little insight, and then clock out emotionally on time so you don't drain yourself. And that's very important. We have to keep track of our energies. 6 is find your earth anchors. Even if you feel cosmic, you still need some grounding points around this planet. Earth might be small, but it has a large gravitational field. So even if you don't feel it, you're feeling it, trust me, in one way or another. So your grounding points could be things like trees, music, a few good friends, a few favorite places or routines. These are your planet is now tolerable checkpoints. Do not isolate no matter what you do. Do not isolate. No. Find hobbies, make some friends, get out there, make music, hug a tree, whatever you need to do to get out there because isolating is not the answer. That's a no yet. Don't do it. Okay, 7. Reframe the prison planet thought. So, if Earth feels like a prison, and I'm not saying it is or it isn't, I'm just saying if it feels that way, try this slight adjustment because, again, we are allowed to enjoy it even if it is, right? So, instead of I'm trapped here, oh no, try I'm on a very immersive, occasionally confusing open world game. Same environment, different energy, again with that different perspective, because it will help you problem solve. Regardless of how you feel about this issue, or the loose issue, or any of these other issues, the thing is to look at it from various different perspectives and see where the loophole is, or, what the little nudge is there that comes to your mind that's like, oh, I just got that eureka moment. I just got that. Like, I know how to solve that one problem now in this open world game of Earth. Okay, 8. Use curiosity as your superpower. And this is one of my superpowers. I'm good at this one. So whenever things feel dull or heavy, ask, why haven't I noticed before? What haven't I noticed before? Do the what, when, where, how, all that. So what's weirdly interesting about this? What's different about this? Start asking even more questions, like hyper focus on questions, like what's going on here? Because as soon as it's dull or heavy, you got to know the answer. So what would make this more fun is another one. And I've done that one a lot. And sometimes that triggers something that leads to something else. And I'm still like going blah, blah, blah. But then something clicks like down the line. So use that. Use the questions. It's like a domino effect. Curiosity turns stuckness into movement. No astral or plane ticket needed. Okay? 9. Create something, and this is big, and it doesn't matter really what it is as long as you're invested in it, okay? So art, music, writing, conversation, sharing, volunteering, just being there for somebody and giving them a new idea. Express your otherness somehow, starseeds. It doesn't need to be big. It just needs to be like, yeah, you got it out there. You're sharing, you're expressing, you're not inhibiting yourself. It's just a part of the flow of the universe. Yeah, think about it like that, like the flow of the universe, and you are in it, and you are adding your creations to it. So also turn weird feelings into something meaningful. Because all that oddness can be really amazing, like abstract art in museums and stuff. Like you just try and mesh it all together and then pull it apart like string cheese and then push it back together again and play with it like Play-Doh. So yeah, it's weird, but it works. Okay, 10, you don't have to solve Earth. So you are not responsible for fixing humanity. Starseeds, we are here to help, but we are not here to fix the whole shebang, and no one of us, I don't think, can. So you do not need to have all the answers. You can just participate in your own special ways. Sometimes the most starseed thing you can do is, be yourself, share your, odd ideas, however you do, or your regular ones, or whatever. Live well, stay curious. Don't take the whole thing too seriously, because if you do, you're going to get depressed, and we don't want that, which is why I made this little guide. Stay away from that pit hole. So, yeah. If you feel like you don't fully belong here, that might be a little true, but we can still enjoy parts of the experience, connect with people, explore what is available, enjoy the beauty, and just make the place a bit brighter by being in it. There is no grand mission required. I know it feels that way. You come in feeling like, oh, I gotta do something, but I felt that way when I was younger. I was like, why am I here? It must be really important. And I think why I'm here is just to share here with you all. And I'm doing it. And you can do what you need to do and want to do too. I mean, it's not required. It's just, we're volunteers. We volunteer to help out. So, thanks all for listening in. Loads of love all the way around the world to all the listeners and everybody else too. Lots of love, lots of love, lots of love, and happy astral travels.